With more than 100 years of traditions and excellence, it is only fitting that Kroger and Virginia Tech team up to bring you Champs, the story of the 1995 Big East champions, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Hi, I'm Bill Roth, and I'm pleased to introduce the pride and heritage of these fine institutions. Kroger and Virginia Tech both share a history rich in the elements that produce great teams. Since its beginnings, Virginia Tech has been recognized for winning caliber athletic teams and as an institution with tremendous academic standing. Kroger is proud to count among its team members Virginia Tech alumni working throughout the country. Virginia Tech and Kroger, quality and traditions in excellence. Now, let's relive the greatest season in Virginia Tech football history.
Champion. It is a word that defines the essence of competition. It is an achievement to which we aspire. But to become a true champion, one must first face, then conquer adversity. In 1995, the men of Virginia Tech football stared adversity square in the eye and never blinked. They earned their championship by daring to search their souls. What they found was the heart to become champions. The journey began on September 7th here at Lane Stadium, Worsham Field. A national television audience tuned in to watch Tech tangle with Boston College, and during the game, they did see peaks of potential.
First down throw, Druckenmiller swings it out to Still, has it on the run of the 30, breaks free at the 40, Brian Still racing down the right sidelines, no one will get him, he will score! Touchdown Tech, Brian Still, an 80-yard touchdown reception. Arts it back to throw, looking left all the way, and he's hit and sacked by Cordell Brown. Druckenmiller takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback Edmonds, and he runs into the end zone. Touchdown Tech!
But on this night, Boston College was champion. The Tech players and coaches went home to look in the mirror at the face of adversity. It was a face that became much too familiar. Everyone thought the Hokies would now begin their championship journey against Cincinnati. But instead, Tech was forced to swallow the bitter taste of defeat again. Suddenly, these men who aspired to be champions found themselves wondering, would this be the beginning or the beginning of the end?
I was really low at the point after, 0-2, but I think I came to realize, it's up to us, and nothing has to be that way. So we all came together and looked at each other in the eyes, and they said, we're not going to let this happen.
I think we all felt positive about what we were doing. We knew we had a good team, and all we had to do was get it together.
To that end, the Hokies could not wait any longer. Perennial powerhouse Miami was waiting in the wings. Victory was life itself.
Spot is perfect. Larson swings the leg through. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Hokie splits him again, and Newsom sacks him back at the 29-yard line. Takes the snap, back to pass. J.C. Price has him. It's going to be a sack. Down he goes. But the punt is blocked by Virginia Tech. It's rolling free. The Hokies' Michael Stewie falls on it. It's up for grabs. Is intercepted by Yarborough. Oxendine runs to the 30. Breaks Johnson coming to get him. They got him. It's a sack by J.C. Price at the 35-yard line. 3, 2, 1. It is over. 13-7, the final score. As bad as he felt 1 week ago right now, Frank Beamer has probably never felt better.
We worked hard that week. We kept our focus. We knew what the objective was. And in our players, I think you better have some maturity, better have good leadership if you're going to come back and beat a Miami after you started out 0-2.
That was a great test for us and where we were going to finish the rest of the season. And by going out and beating Miami and playing well, you know, that just gave us that extra confidence, which we felt that nobody we played could beat us.
Brown's statement proved prophetic. It was the beginning of a tear that would lead to the once elusive championship. In Pittsburgh, the Hokies had to reach deep inside themselves yet again. Trailing 9-0 at halftime, Tech answered the call.
Here's the snap, and the punt is blocked again by Virginia Tech. Give to Thomas running left of the 15 to the 10-yard line with blockers in front of him. Runs to the 5. He dives to the pylon. He will score. Still is at midfield, and the punt is blocked. He guns it down the field, wide open. Holmes at the 50. There he goes down the 30-yard line. He will take it all the way. Touchdown Tech. Firing it deep, looking for Brian Still. He's out there. He has it at the 50. Down the right sidelines, 40, 30, 20, and they trip him up.
In Annapolis, Navy had its battleships poised for combat, but Tech's firepower was too much for the middies.
Rolling left, firing on the run, up for grabs. This pass is intercepted by Yarborough on the 31-yard line. Back to throw, gunning it right side of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown Tech. Hump makes the throw, and down he goes. It's another sack. Running left across the 30, 25 and 20. Down the left sidelines. Thomas going all the way.
From that point on, Virginia Tech outscored its opponents by a whopping margin of 254-96. 77 of those points came the very next week against Akron.
All right, now listen to me now, guys. Let's get this thing started out right.
Firing it deep down the right sideline. Jermaine Holmes, no, it's White on the run. He's got it, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown. And the give is to Marcus Parker running left, crosses the 5, getting into the end zone. Touchdown Tech. And Druckenmiller throws it over the middle to White on the crossing route to the 10 to the 5. He'll take it in. Touchdown Tech. Cornell Brown sacked the quarterback. The ball pumps free to the 35 and 30. Turns on the Jets. Albert Clark's going to take it all the way. Touchdown Tech. And he breaks it free. No one will get him. He started on the 32. He'll end up in the end zone. Touchdown Tech. What a marvelous run. Marcus Parker to the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Tech. Give it to the fullback again. There he goes up the middle. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Tech.
The onslaught continued when the Hokies returned to the conference. It began with a 45-17 rout of Rutgers.
There's the snap. Hokies come to get Lucas. He's in trouble, and down he goes. And with a handoff to Willis running left. Look at the Tech defense. Drug dumps it up to Marcus Parker on the left sideline. Throws across the 50 to the 40. Breaks free down the left sideline. 30. Marcus Parker to the 20. Still arms a man to the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. He looks. He throws. It's caught by Still. Touchdown Tech. Punting it deep for Jermaine Holmes in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown Tech. Wayne Thomas has it. Going to cut up behind Malone into the end zone. Fakes. And then he's hammered down by Cornell Brown. Back to throw is Lucas. They've got him again. Hokies blitz him. Irby hits him. The ball pops up in the air. Hank Coleman caught it in the air. He's run to the 40. Down the sidelines to the 30. Hank's going all the way, folks. Touchdown Tech. Higgins throws left sideline. This pass is intercepted by Newsom. Running down the right sidelines across the 50. Double nickels. Byron Newsom running out of gas. Can he take it all the way? You bet he will. Touchdown Tech.
Next stop, Morgantown, West Virginia, where the Tech defense played with the stinginess of Ebenezer Scrooge.
Chad goes back to throw. He's in trouble. He is sacked back at the 36-yard line. Hokies coming with an all-out blitz, and Johnston is sacked. Back to throw once again. Fires down the field. The pass is deflected. Intercepted by Green at the 30. Down the sidelines. He will go into the end zone. Touchdown Tech. Dwayne Thomas has it. Rush free right side. Into the end zone he goes. Johnston back to pass. And there's Cornell with a sack back at the 30-yard line. Druckenmiller back to pass. Dumps it off to the tight end Jennings to the 25, running down the field. Ladies and gentlemen, he will take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tech.
After stringing together 6 straight wins, the Hokies were now in position to win the Big East Conference title. But on November 4th, Syracuse came to Blacksburg with a 5-game win streak of its own. Still, the ensuing clash of titans never lived up to its billing.
Back to throw is McNabb. He's being pursued, and he is sacked, and then he got away, but then they got him again, and down he goes. Oh, he's elusive like a wet fish. You gotta wrap him up and don't let go. Shotgun snap to Truck, and a shovel pass to the fullback. Inman's hands to the 20, down to the 10-yard line. He will score. Touchdown, Tech. Firing it deep for Holmes on the run. He's got it. Touchdown, Tech. What a throw by Druckenmiller. Very high and very short kick. And the return man came out. He fumbled the football. He tried to make a diving catch of a kickoff. And Tech has it. He hands it off to Parker. He runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Tech. Looking to throw. Being pursued by Cornell Brown. He's got him. A sack all the way back at the 25-yard line. There's the final nail in the Syracuse coffin.
But one team's burial ground is another's heaven. And soon Hokie fans erupted in celebration. They had anointed their team champions of the Big East Conference. Inside the team's meeting room, Coach Beamer preferred to take a more cautious approach.
We're too close. We played too well. We're too good a football team to let this thing slip out right now. You hear what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3,
With the crown theirs for the taking, the Hokies traveled to RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. The Temple Owls provided the final hurdle in the league. But Tech was determined. These men, who braved the ever-changing winds of adversity, would not be denied.
Firing it deep, looking for Brian Still. He's out there. Touchdown, Tech. The throw, Hokie come to get him. They've got him a sack. And a loose football to Tech. It's picked up by Jim Barrett. He's rumbling down the right sideline. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Tech. Bonner back to throw, dumps it off, and it's intercepted by J.C. Price. He's going to run to the 10. Puts a move on Bonner at the 5. He takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tech. Being pursued by J.C. Price. Oh, got him at the sack. Fires it deep for Still. He has it on the 10-yard line. Give it to Parker. Up the middle he goes. In the end zone. Touchdown, Tech.
Not only is it a great team feeling because you know you work so hard for it, but personally, you know what I'm saying, you feel great because you can now call yourself a champion.
I think winning the Big East says we have taken that next step. And I think this is a journey. I think we're on a trip here at Virginia Tech. And it's exciting.
Although the Big East championship had been clinched, the Hokies hoped to continue building momentum en route to a 3rd straight bowl game. That task would prove difficult as Tech traveled to Charlottesville to play Virginia for the state championship. It was a game that would again require the Hokies to face and conquer adversity.
There's the snap and a toss to Barber, and look out, he's hammered by Collins behind the line of scrimmage. Dumps it over the middle, deflected high into the air and intercepted, and then popped again into the air and intercepted again. The pass was intercepted twice. Looking right, going to fire it as deep as he can for Brian Still, who ran by his man. He's got it. What a great grab on the 1-yard line. First down and goal to go. On first down and goal to give it to Washington, and he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Tech. Play action pass, back to throw, fire it deep again. Brian Still is open once more. He's got it on the 5-yard line. A great grab for Brian Still. Second down and goal from the 2. There's a toss to Dwayne Thomas, running right, sprinting to the corner. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Miller. It is good. Larson drills it home. Being pursued. He's sacked back at the 26-yard line by J.C. Price. Throw back the pass. Down he goes again. Cornell Brown came shooting through there.
Trailing 29-23 with 47 seconds left in the game, the Hokies were determined to test their mettle one more time.
Clock running. Clock runs. The ball is on the 32-yard line. Druckenmiller, the shotgun snap. Fake short, firing it deep into the end zone. It is caught. It is caught for a touchdown by Jermaine Holmes with 47 seconds left. James Druckenmiller has engineered the greatest comeback I've ever seen as he throws a touchdown with 47 seconds left to Jermaine Holmes across halfback short. The snap is high. The spot is good. The kick is good. 47 seconds left, and the Hokies lead by 1. Here we go, the final play of the game. Back to throw is Groh, and he fires it to the near sidelines. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by Banks. He's running it all the way down the sidelines. The game clock winds out. Antonio Banks takes it in. Touchdown, Tech. The Tech man stormed the field. He ran it back. He ran it back for a touchdown.
We're a team that has overcome adversity all year. You know, we've had things go wrong, and even in certain games we've had things go wrong. And we just keep fighting and keep plugging away. And teams that can overcome adversity are teams that are going to succeed. I think we've done a good job with that.
There's something real about it, and there's something that you just kind of hang on and you keep playing hard. And I thank the good Lord that we got guys like you to hang on to.
Yes, the Virginia Tech Hokies have earned the right to call themselves champion. They did it with a tenacious defense, led by a front line that called itself Death Row. They did it with a blue-collar offense, men of guts, grit, and the ability to get the job done. They did it with men who epitomize the word team.
I've been around a great group of guys who love the game of football, and we love each other and we're a family. This is a big-time blue-collar family atmosphere. And
oh yeah, we're very tight, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the guys been together for a while, and when the new guys come in, they see that everybody else is tight, and it creates a bond between them two also.
There's a tradition of excellence here. The name in itself stands out, and anywhere you go, I think people know it.
You don't win football games. You're not successful if you don't have people, if you don't have players, if you don't have the right kind of people. They've got to have a certain amount of ability, but I think they got to be the right type of people. And this senior class has gone to 3 straight bowls, just led us to the Big East Conference Championship. They're not only good players, they're good people. They're guys that's going to be successful in life, and I'm really proud of that.
But before those seniors go off to make their mark on the world, there is one more game to play. This is New Orleans, a city that knows how to celebrate. A leisurely stroll down Bourbon Street in the French Quarter nearly assaults the senses. The pungent aroma of Cajun cooking beckons hungry visitors, while Dixieland jazz gets toes tapping at every turn. People come from the world over to experience the Big Easy, a place where the party never ends. Droves of Virginia Tech faithful followed their team here. They came to celebrate and to bear witness to the Sugar Bowl clash with Texas. The food was sensational. What were the odds of that? It was a lot, especially on casino night here at the State Fairgrounds. Next up, the Planet Hollywood. Plenty of big stars showed up to congratulate the Hokies, even their silver screen namesake, the Terminator. Back on planet Earth, the team let the music move them at the Praline Connection. The sweet sounds of gospel stirred the Hokies so much, some of the players took to the stage.
All right, now listen, we're going to go up. I want you to say, I want you to leave. Do that. I want you to leave.
So much for 15 minutes of fame. Mardi Gras, it wasn't. The Sugar Bowl parade was more like a family version. Plenty of fun for everyone, especially the thousands of Hokie fans that lined the streets of New Orleans. A massive pep rally outside the Superdome proved to be the culmination of an intense love affair between the Hokies and their fans. In the midst of the revelry, the team did find time to work. They worked hard, focusing on the job at hand. That job was to defeat Texas and finish the year with their 10th consecutive victory. All roads led to the Superdome for Tech fans on New Year's Eve. They came from Virginia, more than 30,000 strong. Those who couldn't make the road trip tuned in on ABC TV. After winning the Big East and Virginia State Championships, the Tech players and coaches zeroed in on one more title. But once again, this group of blue-collar workmen were faced with adversity. The Texas Longhorns raced to a 10-0 lead before the Hokies faced the dawn. What followed was one of the most impressive and lopsided displays in Sugar Bowl history.
He's being pursued, still running with the football. Brown is in trouble, and he's knocked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw Brown. It's a shovel pass to Mitchell, and down he goes for no gain. They knew it was coming. Texas on first down, leaving its own territory, tries to run the football, but Cornell Brown knocks down the ball carrier on first down. Bryant back to his own 40, runs it back to the 50, breaks free at the 50, down the right sidelines, 40. Bryant still will score. Touchdown, Tech. A 60-yard punt return for the Huguenot product, Brian Still. On first down, the Hokies blitz with the linebackers. Brown is in trouble. He is sacked by Simonis back on the 23-yard line. From the Texas 29, firing it deep for Brian Still. He's got it on the 5-yard line and knocked down on the 2. It'll be a first down and goal to go. There's the snap and the give to Marcus Parker, and he runs into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown. A mob of Tech fans leap into the air in the end zone right behind him, cheering touchdown Tech. He ran it in from 2 yards out, and Tech has the lead for the first time. And the Hokies come with a safety blitz, and Brown throws it down the field. It's intercepted by the Hokies. William Yarborough on the 31-yard line. Texas blitzes. Druckenmiller firing deep for Brian Still. He's got it to the 20, down to the 10. He will take it into the end zone. Touchdown Tech. Brian Still on a post pattern has scored yet again as Druckenmiller hit him on the run.
Despite a 21-10 lead, the tenacious Tech defense never let up. Instead, these mighty defenders of the goal crossed the line again, scoring their 7th touchdown of the season.
Brown rips him down. It's a sack. The ball pops free to Jim Barron. He runs into the end zone with the football. Touchdown, Tech! Everyone thought the play was over. It was not over. The Hokies have put it away with a touchdown. If it stands, 3, 2, 1, it's over.
When it was over, the unbridled joy of victory flowed like the mighty Mississippi. Just 1 hour before the year 1995 would become history, the Sugar Bowl trophy was presented to Virginia Tech.
Thank you. Coach Beamer, on behalf of Nokia and the Nokia Sugar Bowl, I'm pleased to present to you, your hard-working coaching staff, your great football team, and most importantly, the phenomenal fans of Virginia Tech University, this year's Nokia Sugar Bowl Champions Trophy. Congratulations!
It's a moment in time that will be with these men always. It's a symbol of their work ethic, belief in each other, persistence, and heart. It is inevitable that future Virginia Tech teams will eclipse the lofty accomplishments of 1995. But these seniors will look back with pride at what has become their legacy. They are the masons who laid a foundation that will never crumble. They have earned the right to be called champions.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed Champs, and thanks for joining us as we congratulated the Hokies on their 1995 season. Terrace View would like to say a special farewell and congratulations to the Virginia Tech seniors for their success both on and off the field. And to the new and returning players, Terrace View looks forward to another exciting season next year. Last but certainly not least, to the man behind the scenes, Tech head coach Frank Beamer. Congratulations to you for the success that the Virginia Tech team has had, and Terrace View offers its continuing support for the Hokies. You know, like the famous saying, life is like a box of chocolates. But with Terrace View and the Hokies, you always get a sweet ending. Thanks for watching.